You know who I kind of look like with this hat on? Chance the Rapper. Just a little bit though. Just a little bit. Alright, okay. Sheesh. I'm about to close my windows. I feel like people are listening to me when I make these videos, and it's just crazy all around. I just don't want that. But yeah, when was the last time I did a story time? Sheesh, I don't even know. But today in this video, did I do my intro? No, I didn't. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Viper, and today in this video, I am back with another story time. It's been a minute since I did a story time, but yeah, we're about to do a Burger King story time. I don't know what the exact title of this video is gonna be, but it's gonna be a rant / story time. So yeah, I actually just got off work, and I'm pretty surprised that I have enough energy to do anything, because usually once I get home, I'm usually right there, not on the wall. I'm pointing toward the bed. You get what I'm saying, right? But yeah, I'm usually dead after work, so I don't know what's gotten into me today, but I don't know, I felt like making a video. I was on the table making sandwiches, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna complain today. But yeah, I thought I would just go ahead and tell you guys some stories about me working at Burger King. You guys may have like wondered why the story time stopped. It's just because I simply ran out of stories. Like I don't want to say I stopped living life, but everything kind of like interesting that happened was just there. Like it got to the point where I was like making story times about people at lunchtime, and it was just like, you know, it's like current day stuff. So I guess I just had to live life a little bit, you know, before I could tell my next story. And working at Burger King, I got at least 3, so I don't know if I'm going to tell each story in this video or if you guys want them in separate parts. I'm probably just going to tell one, and then after that, if this video gets a lot of support, which my story times usually do get a lot of support, so yeah, I'll just tell the other 2 stories. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. I got way too much hair, and I love it. I love it all, to be honest. Okay, so now this is the part of the video where I start ranting. Burger King is not that hard. It's a great first job for me. I don't feel like I'm being challenged at all. I mean, it was hard to like get into it, like make the sandwich, like learn how to make the sandwiches and stuff like that, and like trying to smile every time you see a customer. But I don't know. I'm just not used to just, you know, just every time somebody walks in the building. It's just weird. Like I said, working at Burger King is not hard, but when you get customers that are just rude for no apparent reason, that's when it starts to be like, this job. Like, no matter how rude the customer is always right. If you're being yelled at, you just have to smile. You always have to smile, constant. And me, I don't know, I try to smile as much as possible, but like I said, it's weird sometimes. So this is one of the times where I was like actually smiling. Like the dude walked up, and I was just sitting there like, hi. Just being polite, because it was an old dude, and I mean, and actually no, that's another thing that I'm going to complain about. It's smiling old people and people that think it's okay to feed their family at Burger King. Why do you do that? Why do you bring 5 kids into Burger King? I could see if it was McDonald's and we had like a little playpen or whatever for the little people, but like we don't. So leave them in the car or something. I mean, I know that's bad because it's like hot outside, and then they could die, but still, like, people that just bring their families into Burger King or like try to order the whole entire menu, I hate that, because I'm the one usually making the sandwiches. You know the little headsets that people have on? Like, if you ever look inside of a, you know, fast food restaurant and you see the people with like the little headsets on, little walkie-talkies or whatever, and they're like talking to each other. Yeah, I can hear the people in the drive-thru, and that's another thing. That is another thing right there. The people in the drive-thru that come up to the drive-thru and they don't know what they want to order. It's like, you probably should have had this figured out when you were back at the crib. Like, what? But yeah, the people that just don't know what they want, like, you can hear the cars behind them like honking the horn, telling them to hurry up, and they're just like, Like, it's just so, ooh, just ooh. And like I said, you have to smile. You have to smile. I don't even know where I was at. I was just ranting so hard that I just forgot. No, the guy that comes into Burger King, and he was smiling. I seen him when he came in. It was in the morning time, so I was like, you know what? I just got here. I had me some caffeine. I'm ready to go. I usually drink Gamma before I go to work, and it is not a sponsorship. I wish they would sponsor me, but I need at least 5,000 subscribers to even have them look at me. So yeah, and he comes in, he's feeling good. I can tell he just got that good vibe coming off of him, you know, and he's like, good morning. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? What can I get for you today? And he's like, yeah, I'll just have one junior burrito. And I'm like, sure, let me ring you up. One junior burrito, this is easy. I was like, man, I can even make it for you myself if you want me to. I mean, I personally love burritos. I don't really like burritos. It's just that when sometimes you have to, like, you know, work up conversation with the customers, because like people on the camera, they're like watching you to make sure you're doing a good job. So you might have to chat it up a little bit to make it look good for the camera, you know? But he was like, oh, you like burritos too? I'm like, yeah, freaking, I eat burritos like every year. When was the last time I even had a burrito? I don't even, what? No, so I ring him up for the burrito. I take his money, put it in the cash register, close the cash register, and then that's when my manager slides up next to me and she's like, yeah, don't sell any burritos. We're out. Junior burrito specifically. We don't have any junior anything. You ever feel like a sense of dread? Like just a sucky, just aura, just bleh. You ever just feel bleh? Well, that was coming off of the guy. He wasn't happy anymore. Like, yeah, remember when I said I seen him in here before, or in the Burger King before? Yeah, he came to get junior burritos, and apparently the last like 4 or 5 times I seen him, we didn't have junior burritos. And when you don't have food that the customer wants, sometimes the customer is like, F you. And once his smile left, mine left, because I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, we're fine, we're not gonna get cussed out. You know what, I'll explain to him that I can get him his money back so he don't trip out. But then the other part of my brain was like, you about to get cussed out hardcore. So as soon as I open up my mouth, I'm like, sir, we don't have any. And before I could say any more burritos, he was like, are you kidding me? I tried to explain to him. I was like, sir, I'm sorry that we don't have any. No, this is unacceptable. All right, unacceptable. You never have my junior burritos when I come in here. It's been my 5th time me coming in here, and you just don't have burritos. Do you not care about the customer? And I was like, keep in mind, I still have to smile. This guy is like causing a scene. There's like other people friggin' eating their food and stuff, and he's just flipping out. And like I said, you have to smile. Even though the customer's like yelling at you, you just gotta be like, yep. And I keep trying to apologize to this guy. I'm like, look, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, you're not sorry, okay? You're not sorry. And then he pointed at me like it was my fault we didn't have his burritos. And I was like, his finger's like right here. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, if he pokes me in the chest, do I fight this old man in Burger King? Or say if he like poked me in the neck or something like that, he's like, you friggin', you puss. You never have my freaking burrito. Like, I don't know, like, I felt like his finger, it was like really close to my lips. And I was like, if you touch my face, I'ma have to whoop you up in Burger King. And I don't want to do that, because 1, I kind of like old people, and 2, it just, you just don't touch me, man. If you touch me, it's gonna be a problem. I'm sorry about your burritos, okay? But don't catch no fade in Burger King. So yeah, so he's just flipping out. He's like, you know what? This, that, this Burger King, everybody in the kitchen, you. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I really am. Like, I thought we were friends. And after he gets done throwing his little temper tantrum, he walks over to the Coke machine, because like he bought this little Coke cup, and I handed him his cup. He walks over to the Coke machine, and it just so happens that the machine was like not booted up, or there was something wrong with it or whatever. And I think like he wanted to get Coke from it, but like water came out. The look on his face when he turned around, it was something like. And like a day before this happened, I was in class and this dude was talking about how, yeah, this girl got a milkshake thrown on her like last week or something like that at the McDonald's that he worked at. And I was like, dude, if you throw that water in my face, I might have to go to jail. I might have to go to jail. And he walks up and he's like, goodbye. And he just walks out. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. That was the first time I ever got flipped out on in Burger King, or like while working, you know. So I got mad respect for anybody that works fast food, because it does take a lot of patience. I've seen people get flipped out on and just, you know, have to walk away from the situation because it just gets too, you know, heated to the point where they're just like, look, you think I need to get paid $8.90? You think I won't jump across this counter and beat the but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I got just a lot of respect for people that can keep it calm 24/7 even though they're getting flipped out on. And yeah, if you ever get flipped out on, what would you do? What would you do in that situation? Let me know. You know, at least I didn't get water thrown in my face, because that would have like absolutely sucked. And you know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen a burrito rang up ever since. Like, there's little screens that I can see with like on, you know, what sandwiches are like, you know, up next. And I don't think I've ever made a burrito since that incident. So but yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed and you want to hear my second Burger King story. I mean, the second one is a little bit more it's more disturbing, I'll say that. Yeah, you might be asking yourself, how is it disturbing if you're working at Burger King? That dude, funny enough, was in the like, this happened the same day. This happened like an hour after that incident happened in this story. So if you want to hear the next story with another old guy, leave a like on the video if you haven't already. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you want this other story time, leave a like. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Don't piss off old people, because they are scary. They really are scary, and for some reason they're attracted to Burger King. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.